I've got new safety eyes, pattern tester complete, and a frog to make for my son. Let's do this. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So today we are focusing on nothing but pattern tests, and we will also be painting safety eyes today. So what I'm gonna start off with is I have a pattern test up for Clover the Frog. And this one is for my son, so I gave this one felt eyes. I just have to do the overall tops and then I am done. So that's going to be the first thing I do today because he's been eager to get his hands on it. Next up, I am doing a pattern test for that nerdy hooker, and it is for Patamon from Digimon. And then so I do have the body done, and I have all the pieces done. I think I just have to do the legs, and then I could sew everything on. I am going to show you the pattern test that I did complete, which was this one. It is a 2-in-1. It's a duck and a bunny. And an egg. I only made one egg and I just stuffed them both in there because if I sell it, I'm selling it as a set. You get the 2-in-1. So, this wasn't hard. Let me actually take them out. So this is the bunny. And then the duck has the same pattern except for the ears. I decided to give them like sleeping eyes, closed eyes, because they were too small and I wasn't quite sure while I was pattern testing it where the safety eyes should go. So I just waited and then just glued on the eyes later. Let me fix this. So yes, so we got the 2-in-1. Next up, I did finish another pattern test, which was for a chick. A small little chick. It's not small. I use jumbo yarn. This one was simple. There are no feet. I think they did have feet. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. I don't think they did. No, they did not have feet. The wings were supposed to be sewn on. I just crocheted them into the round. And then the top was, they wanted you to just take a piece of yarn and just tie it off. So that's what I did. And this one came out so cute. It's so big. And I am in the process of doing a bird series, and I wanted to wait to show this one so I could show them with all the birds, but I wasn't gonna do that because I finished it and I'm doing nothing but pattern tests right now and custom orders. So I was like, just show it off now. So we got that one done. I'm trying to keep everything organized. I have no room on my desk. Let me turn the iPad off. So I do have another pattern test. I will be using Premiere's XL. And I think this one was called, I forget what it is, PB&J. So I do have another bird pattern I'm testing. I'm going to use the PB&J for that one. Hopefully I would like to get everything done today because I also just got the last skein of yarn I need for my custom order today. So hopefully I could get everything done so then I could just focus on the custom orders. So I do have 4 custom orders with a 5th one coming in soon. I accepted all of them. I probably shouldn't have, but I accepted all of them. I told them all that I have other custom orders I'm getting through. And they said they don't have a time limit. They're okay. So, yeah. So that will be a separate video of me just working on the custom orders. I could say one custom order is for my jumbo turtle that I made last year. But they bought it last year. And they want to purchase the same one, same colors, but they want me to make it more mythical for their daughter. So I need to figure out what to do with that. So that would be a completely different video. So now I bought safety eyes, and I'm gonna show you how I store my safety eyes. So I buy these ring cases, and I actually put my safety eyes in this. They're kind of dusty right now because I have them stored underneath my desk so that my son doesn't get his hands on them, and I just store them in here. I normally use labels to keep track of them and the sizes and stuff, but during the move I misplaced the labels from my label maker, so I couldn't make more. So I ordered a whole bunch of eyes last year, and I put them all to the side, and I was like, when I'm ready I will paint all my safety eyes. Here he comes. So I was like, I'll paint all my safety eyes all at once. I don't have colors that I choose. I kind of just paint them whatever color I want, and that bases what I make. So I don't think of what I want to make and then paint the safety eyes, because then it kind of prolongs it. I'm like, okay, I want to make a dragon. And then I pick up the yarn, and then I'm like, okay, well, I now need to paint safety eyes this color. Well, I don't want to do that. So we are going to be painting all of our safety eyes, all of them. I believe all of these ones are painted. So one thing I did mess up on is, I'm going to tilt it this way so you can see how messy my desk is. But right here is all my sinker eyes, and I kind of mixed up the moon ones from the regular ones. So I noticed at one point I had a set of eyes where one of them was regular and the other one was moon, but lucky enough for me, I had painted them green, and the other pair I also painted green, so it worked out for me. So I think at some point in time, I think I might end up making a two-toned plushie, and it's just going to have two colored eyes. So that's one thing about painting all your safety eyes. But these ones are so small that I couldn't tell. Like the 12 millimeter sinker moon eyes, they're so small that I can't tell if they're centered or not, or if they're moon. But let's go through, and we're going to look at all the safety eyes that I got. Okay, I thought I had more, but I guess not. So the first pack that I got, these are glass doll eyes, and they're fun and animated. So I'm gonna take one out. Well, actually, you can kind of just see them. They're like ovals. They have different designs. I forget how many came in a pack, but this is what they look like. And they're all different. So this one's just the purple. You got blues. You got ones with hearts. I don't know if you can see it. Did it clear up? There you go. So yeah, these are strictly just white. There's no painting these, which is fine by me. So these ones, I'm not quite sure what I would use them on. Yes. These 25 millimeter eyes. As you can see, I'm trying to stay away from just the black circle in the middle. So I'm trying to go into ones that have multiple white circles or designs on them. I like to save all these. I don't use them. But these were 25 millimeters. I don't know what size the oval ones were. But I also got these white ones, the white pupils, And if I'm correct, these are also 25mm eyes, and they are the moon ones. So I thought I do. I'm stupid. So I also got a box of dragon eyes, more dragon eyes, because I was running low last year and I wanted to get more. So there are multiple different sizes. I don't have any of the jumbo ones, but here they are, my little dragon eyes. And I love the dragon ones because these are the jumbo ones. These are the ones I can't find anymore. But I also got like the mini ones as well. So I definitely want to paint more dragon eyes. I use them for my cats and dragons, and they work so perfect. And I got, like I said, they're all different sizes, and it was like a pack of, I think, 30 something eyes. I'm not quite sure, but you get like a whole bunch of packs. So yeah, so we're gonna be painting those today, but let me finish with this frog. I need to find my hook, which would be, okay, so I got my hook. I got the yarn. I do need to take pictures of this so that I could add them to my pattern before I pick my testers tonight. So let me, I don't remember how to do it. You would think after doing it for so long I would remember. I don't. So I have finished Clover the Frog. So let's see if he likes it. I don't think it's gonna last a week. I don't think so. I mean, he is older, so it might last longer than the dragon. The dinosaur I gave him. So I don't know, but he's playing with it now, so he must like it. So we got that done. Next we have, I'm not gonna focus on the cat keychain right now because I don't want to add the safety nose. I want to do felt, so we'll just save that for another time. So I am going to probably jump back into Patamon. So I just realized it. That's yours. It's yours. Do you want it? I think he's in the habit of, whenever I crochet, he will play with them and then give them back to me. So I'll put it in his room when I get up. Oop, I dropped something. Okay. So I'm gonna get back into working on Patamon. And then probably, so it's 11. I think maybe at 12 I'll switch to painting safety eyes. Or, you know what, let's do both. Let's start painting safety eyes. We'll let them dry and work on Patamon in the background. So it's like 6 a.m. My husband just left to go to work. My son is still sleeping, so I also don't want to be very loud. So I think that I might bring my mic closer to me so that I don't have to yell, because my mic is like behind the camera. But I have basically finished. No, I didn't. I completely forgot one eye. But I've painted all of my safety eyes, all the new ones. I still have some in my container that I haven't done. But I I use like a mixture of stuff. So I use glitter, I use Mod Podge. If you want a video of how I make all my safety eyes, I could definitely do that because I do a lot. I just mix and match. These, I keep all of these. I don't use them. I don't ever plan on using them. I actually have another project I'm going to be doing with those. But yeah, I can show you some of the safety eyes. Hopefully it comes through clear. But honestly, right now, this one, I don't know why, it's like my favorite. You can barely see the color, but it's like a light, glittery, iridescent color. Just wipe them down. I have ones that like change colors depending on depending on how you position them and stuff. And then I have these ones that these are the ones I finished last night. I don't know if you can see them clearly, if it's coming in clearly. Maybe let me zoom out and then zoom in. And then I did have one set where I don't know what colors I'm going to be using, so I just like take different glitters and then just start caking them on, and then I pick a color afterwards. So like one of them was like green, gold, and like no, green, white, and silver glitter. And because it had green on it, I was like, well, I kind of want like a blue. Well, one of the eyes has green on it, and it turns out the blue that I was going to use for those eyes, it's actually just glitter. So it doesn't tell you it's just glitter. It tells you it's actual nail polish, not the glitter one. So I was using it and I'm like, this is just glitter. So I just added glitter on top of glitter on top of glitter. So the only color I had left was brown. So I'm going to show you the brown. Let me cover my face. Hiya. And zoom out. And then zoom in. So I think that the brown actually came out good. So I got to make me a little chocolate munchkin or something. I don't know what, but it has to be chocolate. Do I have brown? I don't think I have brown. I'm not going to spend my time looking behind me because I don't think I ordered brown. But I'm going to show you guys my favorite ones, and I already know what I'm making with it. So there you go. Zoom out. This is black and gold. Those are my favorite. So I know what I'm going to make with it. I don't know when it's going to release, but I am working on my April pattern, and I'm also working on another pattern. So April will be 2 patterns, but I really need to focus on my old patterns and fixing them up so I could get them out, because my Etsy still only has 1 pattern. And it's because instead of me focusing on my old ones and getting those out, I'm too busy on new patterns just because I have ideas and I don't want to let them slide. But here are some pink ones. There you go. So yeah, I think in total I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 33 sets of eyes is what I got. I'm gonna try to like get like an overshot of the desk. I do still have all like my paint, my nail polishes, everything up here, all my glitters. I got like a set of like glitters. It came in like, I think with like 40 different glitter sets. And as much as I want to just take them and just make different like mixtures and stuff, I'm not. I actually have a project that I will be starting in May, and I'm gonna need all that glitter. So next up, I'm going to show you the finished project, the pattern test for the Nerdy Hooker. It's due today. I finished it yesterday. I just have to take a really good picture, but because it's so wide, I have to like stand far back to get the whole thing, and by then you can't really, yeah. So we are done. Oh, about to drop them. This is Patamon from Digimon. I came to realize one thing I will say is this yarn is the Stash Busters Gold Stash Goal by Premier Yarn, and this one is Burnett Blanket. So completely two different types. And this one worked really well for just like the head coverings and stuff. But because the body was Bernette blanket, the headpiece was actually too small. And in the pattern, she does say if it doesn't line up correctly, add more rounds. And I added one more round, and then I realized there's too big of a gap right here. But if I were to have added another round, then the side where she said there should be 4 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have exactly 4 rounds on the side, and she said that's how it should look. But the front, there's just too many rows that I come to realize. The ears do not stand up correctly. I'm lucky right now that they're standing up, so I use pipe cleaner. I take like a whole stack of a certain color, like for example, I would take all these yellows and just twist them together. So I take a whole stack of one color, twist them, and then I put one right here. And then I took another color, twisted it, and put it right here. And then I have them meet up right here. But because of that, it has like no support. So I'm lucky right now that it is somewhat standing up, because before they just flopped. So this was definitely a fun project. I would totally do it again, but I would definitely find a way to get these to stand up more. Or I would go down in yarn size and yarn hook to make them a little smaller, because this is crazy. I think it would look cute if it had smaller ones. So if I make this again, I am totally going to do weight 5 with a hate to say it, but maybe like a 5.5 millimeter hook. So there we go. I don't know where this one's gonna sit. I did order, it just covers everything. So I did order one of those like animal organizers thingies, like the towers where you just put all your stuffies in. I did order one of those. It got delivered at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it wasn't there. And I didn't get the notification until like 6:30. So it sat out there on the sidewalk. So where I live now, packages can't come to the front door, because the front door, it's just the sidewalk and the front door. So if any packages get left outside, they're leaving them on the sidewalk. So all packages have to go to the back door, which is not that hard to get to, because everyone uses the back door to come in and out of their apartments. And yeah, they left it on the front door. So they basically just left it outside on the curb for anyone to just take. So yeah. So next up, I did finish my son's frog. I think that he's just I think that he's used to me telling him not to touch the froggy, because he played with it for like maybe 10 minutes and then gave it back to me. He went to put it back on my shelf, to put it up on my shelf, and I was like, what are you doing? That's for you. And he took it again, played with it for a few, and then brought it back. And it's because my other frog, he wanted it, but I needed it still. So I told him, I said, I'm gonna make it your own, and you can play with that one all you want. So I think that he just thinks that he can't play with this one, or he can, and he just has to give it back. So I keep putting it in his room. So like yesterday, I put it in his room on his bed, and it ended back up in my chair when I came back to my desk. So I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to keep putting it in his room until he realizes that it's his. So the next thing I want to make for him is a dragon, or maybe like a snuggler. I'm not quite sure. He's mainly into cars, so it seems like anything else he doesn't care about. So any plushies I make for him just end up back with me. Yeah. So except for the first one I made. The first one I made, he completely tore the head off. I don't even know how he did it, but he did it. The head just came clean off. So yeah. So next up on my to-do list, I did have a pattern test, but reading through the pattern, I'm not gonna lie, like the design looks nice, but reading through the pattern, I'm contemplating, do I really want to use my jumbo yarn? Because remember, I was going to use the Parfait XL, the PB&J, and I'm wondering, do I really want to use this to make it? I don't know. So I am contemplating what yarn I want to use, so I'll probably do it at another time. But yeah. So what's left for me to do now is I have the pattern test going up right now for Clover the Frog. I am working on my April patterns, and then I'm actually going to get to work on my old patterns, get those all situated. I'm trying to get the small stuff out of the way, so I think next I'll do the mallard, and then get that out the way. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was definitely just like kind of just like a vlog. Next week will be what I crocheted. No, next week will be the whip one, because I think I'm done with the whips for now. So Next week will be whips, and then the week after that will be what I crocheted. So plushie parade. So look forward to whip madness and plushie parade. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.